Mabuhay, Kamusika. Welcome, how are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. 5 reasons our wedding rings are on the wrong hand. This is my right hand. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but there's no rings here. This is my right hand. This is my wedding band. And that's where it's been since May 10th of 2015. And once in a while I get asked by someone if there's a reason why I wear my wedding ring on my right hand instead of the left. I have been asked, for example, if I was European. I don't get asked this question often, but there are probably more people who have wondered why this is. I'm going to answer this, and at the end of this video tell you about another aspect of our wedding that was unique to us, and that would be our kiss, our wedding kiss. But first, why are our wedding rings on the wrong or opposite hand? Was I unaware the wedding ring is usually worn on the left hand? Is it because I am a rebel? Do I want to break tradition? Is this the way Fil-Am couples do it? Could this be a secret sign that I'm telling people that our marriage was in trouble from the start by wearing the ring on the other hand? Well, this ring has been on this right hand since the day we were announced husband and wife, and here's why. We were supposed to have a wedding rehearsal the night before our wedding, about I think 9 o'clock, but that got canceled for some reason. I think maybe it wasn't available because somebody else was running late, so it was decided not to do it. And I was kind of concerned about that. You know, I think practice is important. I've never been married before, and this is not a wedding in the United States. This was in the Philippines, if I hadn't mentioned that already. But, you know, it got canceled, and we were not able to prepare that little detail. So the whole experience was surreal to me anyway, because I had been alone for so long. It was very hard to believe that I was actually going to get married. It was hot, it was in the afternoon, and I was hoping that I would manage not to faint right before the minister announced us husband and wife. You know, wouldn't that cut the cake? Wait all these years, you start to swoon in the heat, you're a little nervous, and you pass out, and you wake up and they weren't able to marry you. That would be just my luck. But fortunately, I survived that. I did not faint. Now, part of this wedding was in Filipino language, and part of it was in English. That's fine. I had my best man to help me with what I was supposed to be doing, so that was supposed to help with some of the preparation. When we reached the part of the wedding ceremony where we were supposed to exchange the rings, this is where the disconnect happened. I was probably in a trance-like state because the moment I had been waiting for so long was finally here. I remember hearing the minister say my wife could give me the ring she had for me. Here's where I wish we had practice. Normally, if anybody tells me they want to give me something, I could use some good cough medicine right now too. I automatically reach out with my dominant hand, which is my right hand. So when it was time to receive this ring from her, I just automatically reached out with my right hand, and she slipped the ring on the finger. My best man then tried informing me that I did something incorrectly, and I remember a small commotion about something, and eventually I understood that I was supposed to extend my left hand instead of my right. Okay. So I started to remove the ring from my right hand, but was told, no, it's okay, you got to keep going. So we just kept going. Soon after we were officially married, and we called my mother right away, which you can see in the video called We Did It, Just Married, the Wait is Over. So that was the conclusion of our wedding, and I'm sure I had the ring on that hand as well. And that was a big day. But naturally, I could have decided to start wearing this ring on my normal left hand, but for certain reasons, I decided against that. By the way, my wife also wears her ring on her right hand too, and I will list some of the reasons why I am content to leave it there. Number one, this was the most wonderful day of my life, and I wanted to remember it as a perfect day. Number two, it will always be a reminder that not everything goes right in a marriage, not everything goes according to plan or design, and we just have to roll with it and do the best we can. Number three, it gives me a chance to tell other people about our wedding and our marriage, and usually they say, well, is that your wedding ring? What's it doing on that hand? Fourth reason, it is a silent testament to the fact that our marriage is considered non-traditional. It is an interracial marriage. We have an age gap. We got married in less than 8 weeks, and she is from a different culture, many thousands of miles away. So it's different in that way. And number five, I can vividly recall the momentary confusion and can chuckle about it now. This makes it easier for me to remember the precious moment that my wife slipped the ring on my finger, and my right hand is not ready to give up that ring. Now, for some bonus coverage for you at no charge, if you watch this video within the next 24 hours, which of course you are, similar to the way I pondered how I would propose to Isa, was that I wondered how exactly the kiss would go when I was told I could kiss the bride. I don't know about all of you, but I was a little nervous about this too. I didn't want to look like I hadn't kissed anybody in centuries, and I didn't want it to look like I was nervous about having to kiss her. It would be something that we would remember the rest of our lives. What was it going to be like? I didn't want it to be awkward. Well, one day, I noticed my wife and her little niece kiss in a playful, methodical way. Now, I certainly don't consider myself to be all that creative or someone who does things outside the box. But like wearing our rings on the opposite hand that they're not traditionally worn on, I kind of liked the kiss that I saw. Sometime before our wedding, I asked my wife if we could practice this special kiss on her for our wedding. And I don't know why, it's just kind of silly. But it is our wedding, and in a way, there are no rules. Our wedding kiss actually was 7 kisses. I kissed her on the right cheek, then the left cheek, then her forehead, her chin, then her nose. Then I kissed her on the left side of her neck. Finally, I kissed her on her lips. So that was all the prelude to the big kiss that was expected. Now, in order for us not to look absolutely ridiculous, we needed to practice. And it would, not be good if we were trying to kiss each other and going in different directions like we didn't know where our lips were. We had to memorize the location of each kiss and the timing, be synchronized. The wedding guests seemed to like it. They certainly were not expecting it. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea to learn about foreigner and Filipina relationships. I want to help you have one that lasts for a lifetime. And please leave comments about any little quirks you have about your wedding day that make you smile about that day. The ring stays right here in my right hand as long as I am married to my love beyond the sea.